Welcome back, everyone. Another edition of the Crypto Report. Now I got something special today. This is going to be a Tron edition of the Crypto Report. I know I always have my pet projects and they're always Tron Network projects, but today we're specifically talking Tron. Oh man, let's see where this goes. Hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, here we are, ready for the Tron Special Edition. Anybody that hasn't been keeping up with the cryptocurrency news, Tron has been in the headlines significantly lately, and that's why I'm going for this special Tron edition of the Crypto Report. It's been amazing, and while there's all kinds of Tron haters out there and a lot of big names who are against Tron because it is a low-priced coin because of the very high supply. Now, anybody who really knows the numbers on it, I mean, you could buy a Satoshi, which is a piece of a Bitcoin, or you can buy the whole Bitcoin. You know, it's a matter of pushing numbers. That's all it is. So I'm not stressing that, not in the least. Especially with new headlines. We've already gone over things like the Samsung partnership, and BitTorrent's acquisition of DLive, all kinds of partnerships left and right. Now we're moving even further ahead with the news, and it's unreal. It's unreal how this coin can be so undervalued for the amount of publicity, the amount of innovation, technology. I think we're in the right spot. For all you Tron Network hodlers, I think we are in the right spot. Now, what we want to hear things that talk about mass adoption here on the Crypto Report, and things that influence mass adoption of these digital currencies, digital tokens, utility tokens, whatever aspect, whatever name you're going for in the moment, in the use case. That's a better way to put it. Whatever name you're going for in the use case, so that you are within your regulations and security. So beyond that, we have the Republican candidate for the New York House, David, and I'm sorry, man, if I butcher this, but it's Goldstein. I'm even saying it with an accent. I can't help it. I'm reading it. I'm saying it with an accent. All good. David, sorry I butchered your name, but got your name in my mouth, so that's always a good thing. 48 Laws of Power. Anybody who hasn't read it, excellent book. Now, again, as I said, he's a candidate for the New York House, and he stated TRX will dominate the gaming industry. I mean, we have political candidates that are already acknowledging Tron has a significant role in the future of digital technologies, whether it be in the gaming industry or many other use cases that are actually being developed. This is a very significant role for Tron in itself, just the gaming end of it, and I think it's an excellent way to go, a way to grow. And who else would have the control of the gaming situations without the transaction speed that Tron has, and it's amazing. Keep it up, Tron Foundation. Keep it up, Justin's son. Loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. Now, I'm a long-term hodler. I don't care if it moons tomorrow or we stay at this price, because I'm continually earning residual income off of it. It's an excellent model. It's an excellent model, and it's an investment in the future. Definitely. Now, the comment was directed at, reflected off of a Forbes publication title. Says, Samsung embracing Tron and other cryptos is just the start, says Justin Sun. Well, yes, you're exactly right. This is just the start. Samsung partnering with Tron, accepting Tron on their digital wallet, releasing 3 Tron dApps on their phone system. I mean, we're moving forward. We're definitely moving forward in a big way. And of course, we're talking about the Tron partnership, but let's move on even further. People really hating on Justin for the lack of the Warren Buffett lunch that he donated 4.6 million to charity to have lunch with Warren Buffett. Okay, so we know Warren Buffett hates Bitcoin as it is right now. And we know the lunch is supposed to be rescheduled, but it's kind of being brushed under the rug, except for with the haters. So anyway, we won't get into the details, we won't get into the reasoning, but we have a new lunch. Justin just had a lunch with Apple's co-founder, Steve Wozniak. Okay, what's the two big cell phone companies currently fighting for dominance? I know we have a lot of other really good companies, but when you're talking cell phones, you're talking one of two phones. The Galaxy flagship of Samsung and the iPhone of Apple. So, we've already locked in a partnership with Samsung. Now we're having lunch with the co-founder of Apple. And of course, they both tweet back and forth to each other very cryptic messages. One Steve, the Woz, I think they said they call him. Anyway, he tweeted that it was great having lunch with Justin Sun. Justin, of course, tweets back, it was great having lunch with you, and I look forward to our partnership in the future. Or I look forward to our partnership. Don't quote me word for word, but... So he's formed a new partnership. Now, we don't know if it's actually a partnership with Apple or the legendary investor. But either way, I think it's highly beneficial for Tron. Either way, it's an excellent move for the future. And, of course, if it is a partnership with Apple, then, well, we've got both of the major cell phone flagships on our side. I don't see where Tron could go wrong. I mean, this is definitely going too good. This is definitely going too good. Could we be releasing Tron dApps on the iPhone? Possibly. Could it be a separate partnership for an Apple-related token on the Tron network? Possibly. I don't know. So only the future will tell, but it's great signs, great signs. Everything is looking extremely positive. Everything is looking extremely positive. So, excellent job. Great job, Tron. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. Okay. Now, we also have something that we all know. EOS gets clowned a little bit because their biggest use case, their biggest dApp is actually an adult site, an adult content site that uses EOS as its payment system. Okay. I honestly don't see nothing wrong with that. It is a major industry in the world, and there will always be people who like adult content. So it can be very successful. Now, in response, Pornhub. Pornhub begins using cryptocurrencies in a response to PayPal's ban on I don't know all the details of the ban, but they're restricting payments to adult industry workers. So anybody on Pornhub that has been receiving payments for their content, well, apparently now their payments in PayPal are kind of being taken away. Now, again, they've stepped into cryptocurrency to manage this and still give their content creators payment. Now, I know you're saying Pornhub, it's porn industry, we don't want to tie that to Tron. Now, here's the thing about Pornhub. They've done some really good things. Pornhub has ran snowplows for places that needed it. Just like Domino's filled potholes. Now, mind you, these are all jobs that are supposed to be paid for by the Department of Transportation. But obviously they're not if independent companies, if very large name companies are having to do the work for them. Highly disappointed in our government for things like that, and applaud the independent people who make these things happen anyway. And mind you, they're still paying the government for what the government's supposed to do, and they're taking an expense on themselves to do it themselves. Props. Now, also, Pornhub has moved forward from not just adult entertainment to things like I've seen Rick and Morty. The newest season is released on Pornhub. A lot of things that aren't being released on other platforms are being released on Pornhub. They're using its capabilities and acceptance to release things other than adult content. Awesome. All for that. It kind of hurts that porn is in the name, though. Everybody, first thing they think of is Pornhub. It's 100% porn. Well, guess what? It's only 90% porn. And again, like I was saying, they do really good things for the community. So they're actually now paying their content creators, potentially paying content creators with USDT Tether on the Tron network, added as a payment for content creators, which gives another Tron network coin and a USDT stablecoin, USD stablecoin Tether. More use cases, more already established companies willing to use the product, the transaction speed, the capabilities, the security of the network, Tron network, taking it to the next level. I don't see any other companies, I don't see any other coins making this kind of headway. And now, of course, it's not reflected in the price, and I'm completely shocked, because any other company who makes 10% of this leeway, 10% headway, leeway, not bad, 10% of this headway, any other company that makes 10% of this headway maybe doesn't even have a working product, you see these things reflected in their price. And of course, I just keep filling my bags up. At these low prices any chance I can. Of course, I got my Tron, I got my Bitcoin, I got a couple other, and a lot of Tron network projects. So I'm in it to win it. And I see it going great, guys. So, and of course, Tether is in the news again. Tether is bringing a gold-backed stable coin to the Tron network. Now, these are people who have already brought the USD-backed stablecoin, and now they're bringing a gold-backed stablecoin. I know there's been other places that tried to make this happen. Tether has the money and the capability and the technology already in place to make this happen. a gold-backed stablecoin, so you could actually trade your commodities in value through the Tron network and digital networks. Now this coin, the Tether Gold, will be issued on both Tron and Ethereum as an ERC20 and a TRC20 token. So I'm looking forward to see where this goes, and I don't see how this could go bad. I mean, anything can go bad. You got messed up people in the world, but it's the perfect timing to get in on things like these. Now, stable coins aren't going to give you the moonshot, like a lot of these other coins, the altcoins, maybe the Bitcoin halving will shoot it up again, another 10,000, who knows. I don't. Not financial advice here. So it just gives the capability to trade in commodities. Trade in commodities on the Tron network. That's what I'm looking at it as. Now they have gold coin, when they're going to make a silver coin, a platinum coin, and now you're asking, is this just based off of speculation on gold price, or is it truly backed? Guess what? They're saying it is completely backed by gold that is in a Swiss safe. A Swiss vault, excuse me, safe. Safe is kind of small. It's in a Swiss vault. So it gives you the capabilities to trade in your commodities and your gold with a fully backed digital commodity coin. Commodity coin. I think that should be a new term. A digital fully backed commodity coin based on gold, and that would be definitely awesome. Each coin is supposed to be the equivalent of 1 troy ounce, I believe they said. I believe so, and that honestly would make it a fairly pricey coin right off the top. But I'm sure, like anything else, you can get partials. Just like in Bitcoin, you can buy a Satoshi instead of a whole Bitcoin. So I'm sure that's the way it's going to work, but that's still awesome. That's still awesome. Oh man. Great things happening for Tron, and I am so looking forward to all of this. All of this. I just had to take a break, and let it process. Let it process, because the projects we're in, or at least I'm personally in, and since I do a lot of reports on Tron, I tend to believe that a lot of my followers are heavily a majority of come on, why can't I think of this word? Anyway, a large chunk of their portfolio would be invested in Tron and Tron projects. So I think when I say all of us watching this video, I think a large majority of us are very excited about the way the headlines are running. I mean, we're in 2020 and we're still in January, and the headlines are popping left and right. Left and right. Speaking of, don't forget to join us on wink.org for the Super Bowl event. Of course, one last thing I wanted to talk about. To close out this special edition Tron episode of the Crypto Report. Oh, man. So, of course, we've talked about a lot of different things. Justin Sun's lunch with the co-founder of Apple. We've talked about Tron tokens being accepted, not Tron tokens, USD Tether accepted on Pornhub. Tron USD Tether accepted on Pornhub for payment. We've talked about, oh gosh, we've talked about Tether Gold. Tether Gold's going to be coming out gold backed. Of coin. So the last thing I want to cover is the Torch project, Tron's Torch project, which seeks to use the ZK Snarks protocol by Zcash and other developers recently added to the Tron network.
No, tell me exactly what happened.
They want to set up a privacy coin. A privacy coin on the Tron network called Trons. I don't know. I haven't heard nobody say it yet, so I don't know how they're wanting to pronounce it. Tronz. I like Tronz. Or Trons. I like Trons. Yeah, who knows? But they're going to add the ZK Snarks protocol to this coin to have it be a private coin for private transactions. I think this kind of wraps the ball up for the whole big picture. It wraps it up because then you've got Tron, the platform token, you've got the privacy token. Of course, you got a couple stable coins, Tether and Tether Gold, the commodity coin. Of course, BitTorrent, your media sharing token. Oh gosh, there's just so much going on. The acquisition of DLive. Then we get to the private transactions. Private transactions would be excellent for certain situations, especially. I mean, they'd be great for everybody to be able to transfer tokens whenever they feel like, without anybody being able to check up on them and see where they're going, who they're going to, why. But I think my personal opinion on this is the privacy tokens would be best for information sharing. That's what I'm looking at. Information sharing for any kind of controlled information, level of security. And I've seen different tokens that work for, say, inventory management or anything of the like, but just think if you had a token that worked not for like the inventory management, but worked for messaging systems. That's a good idea. What if you use a token with the ZK Snarks protocol and feed information to that token as in a message, or heck, tell the government to use it for their private information transactions, private messages between officials or something that should be top clearance. Of course, again, used as a digital currency as well. I mean, there's so many different things you could do with a privacy protocol on the blockchain.
And all that can back up your store.
So that's definitely a plus. Oh man, and I almost forgot. Tron is coming out with their own stable coin based off of, not based off of, but.
I get it. I do. It sounds insane, but.
Oh man, what am I looking at? What am I looking at?
Sure as hell, the NYPD's not going to bother investigating.
Don't you hate it when that happens? You're sitting here, you had something going on in your head, and it's like, just poof, I'm gone. Completely backed by TRX and BTT. Now, this coin here, from what I can gather, seems to be similar to the DAI token, where you give them your TRX and they give you the stable coin, and then you pay back the TRX. Or no, you pay back the stable coin to get your TRX back, minus interest or something along that line. It's actually a decent idea. It's a decent idea for anybody who wants to stabilize their finances, maybe. I mean, we have stable coins for that. So I'm interested to see what direction this would take. I mean, if you stabilize your assets based on based on the current value of TRX and the price plummets for some reason. Who knows what? You know, a mainframe blew up. Well, I mean, you can't even really say that because it's blockchain based. It's spread out across so many different computers. It's hard to have one system break down at all. But just theoretically, something happened, it goes to zero. You're losing. But if the price of the coin goes up, I'm not sure how they handle that. I won't go too far into detail, but again, just quite simply, try and make a big moves. Try and make a big moves continuously. Again, just the first month of 2020, and every day I'm reading a major headline that's just amazing me with what direction this is going in. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the Special Tron episode. I've enjoyed having you here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know you enjoy what I'm talking about. Let me know if there's other things you want to hear about. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I put one out. I know I've been a little inconsistent lately with my videos. It's like things are happening back to back, one after the other. This week I had a tooth go bad on me, and I had a major infection, and I had to. I ain't even gonna lie. It had me in bed most of the time. It had me in bed. There were a couple days where I just stayed in bed and tried to sleep it off. But that's a fact of life, and we have to get up and keep moving no matter what happens in our life. So, here I am back at it again. Oh, we ain't no quitters around here. But anyway, again, tell your friends about it. Find me on Twitter. Crypto Reports. I think it's @ crypto reports. I will be sharing the video there. A lot of my viewers actually come from Twitter. You can find my newsroom on Telegram, Crypto Reports. You got it right there. You can also find me in the Wink Warriors Lounge on Telegram, which is kind of inactive, or you can come find me on Guild Chat. And I've heard a lot of people tell me that Guild Chat is dead, but it's actually not bad. It's live, and it's a lot of people from all over the world. I really love Guild Chat. I love the airdrop capability, because that's pretty awesome. When you're sharing a little bit of what you have, and other people are so excited to receive a little something. I mean, you could be starting something, getting someone interested in a project you're interested in. And again, I'm everywhere on social media, so feel free to check me out. I do have a Facebook page for Crypto Reports, but it's not built yet. I got a lot of design work to do, and hopefully I can get that done. Check out some of my other shows. I have Omen Online on YouTube. It's a little podcast I do. Well, everybody else calls it a podcast, so I just went with it. It's a web series to me. It's a little talk show. Omen Online. I have a little horror series we put the pilot out for, called Seconds Left. Okay, and you can find that on YouTube as well. We'll be shooting. It is a pilot episode. It's a proof of concept that we could shoot a show with no budget. And now the team has more than doubled in size, and we're going into full production. And it's amazing what you can do when you get a lot of like-minded people together to make something happen. When you work together as a team,
how do you know how this drug works? Nobody knows how this drug works. Not even the government.
you can make things move.
But they wouldn't be using you as a guinea pig.
Something to remember. Anyways, great having y'all here, and I'm going to quit rambling. Come see me again here at the Crypto Report. Peace.